Gentlemen and ladies, welcome back to another episode of the Bert and Burger podcast. This is episode 231. We are your cousins, Bert and Burger. I'm Burger. The other one is Bert. And we're just bringing a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. Bert, I don't care how it's going. Okay, so
it don't matter.
Got lots of cool stuff. I don't care about your buddies at work or your brother. But yeah, we got some exciting stuff to chat with you all about today, and can't wait to hear what Bert's gonna start us off with. Bert, what do you got for us on this lovely Sunday evening?
Oh, I went to a baseball game this week. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I told you don't need to bring this up, but here we are. Cool. All right. Let's see where this leads us. How was the baseball game?
It was fucking miserable.
Okay, because you wouldn't stop talking about how fun it was.
No, that wasn't what I wanted to talk about. It wasn't.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd really call it fun, but I don't know. I know.
I'm all ears for the next fucking hour or so.
I know privately we talked about it, and I was very concerned about the levels to the sport. And we kind of broke all that down. I think that was on stream, so we don't have to cover that again. But,
Oh, okay. So you didn't need to bring it up then. Cool. Because we're not going to talk about it anyways.
Right. Yeah, I was just going to say it was fucking, it was mid.
Okay, because you were really, excited about it, and you talked about it a lot, and you talked about how much fun it was, and you even bought a hat from them.
I did, yeah.
And here you're making it sound like it was miserable, and you're kind of wanting to kill yourself for going.
No, I just realized that really I don't remember any part of the actual game. It was just, bad. I had more fun watching it on TV when I was in the gym the other day. Just, random two teams going against each other. Versus these ones. I was so geeked. I'm like, dude, this is a AAA team or something. It's right below the fucking major league or something. Damn, so that means they gotta be good, right? Now, it's very possible that I just don't really have a perception of baseball and what is quote unquote good. Hit ball, go burr, just run around and stuff. But, yeah, no, I was like, man, I'm gonna see this score get so fucking crazy. They're gonna score every inning. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But,
if that was the case, then it sounds like the team has a bad pitcher.
Maybe.
Or a bad defense. You have to remember that scoring runs is only one part of baseball.
Yeah.
If a team doesn't score any points, that means the defense they were going against was pretty damn good.
Yeah. Or they got no homers.
It's not like a fucking middle school game where it's fucking 34 to 32 at the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily hoping for that, but maybe something more competitive. The final score ended up being 4-12 or something. It was...
Oh, so it sounds like it was a really high-scoring game then.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball games, especially the higher you go up, usually don't get that many runs in.
Huh.
Usually it's 2-0 or something.
That's fucking gross.
So the fact that it was 4-12 tells me that it was the complete opposite of
mid and boring
what
and
you said, and that there was a lot of hitting and there was a lot of people running around the base. And
there's just all the bad guys, though.
The defense was actually bad because you made it sound like they were good by how boring it was. So now, if you want to say the team that you watched and rooted for lost badly, that is an incredibly different story.
Yeah, they got stomped on
So you started off by saying you wanted to see a lot of runs scored, and then I told you that if there weren't a lot of runs scored, that means the defense did it very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said the score, you wanted it to be more competitive. It was 4-12.
Yeah, I was thinking 7-8 or something.
So then that contradicts the first statement that you said that you wanted to see a lot of runs. You did see a lot of runs, Bert. In fact, 16. It sounds like you saw 16 of them, which is an ass amount of runs in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And then you finally ended it by saying, well, the bad guys are the ones that scored all of those points. So... At the end of the day, all you are saying is the team that you went and watched got their asses kicked.
Oh, big time.
So you just wasted, let me check.
5 minutes and 15
seconds. We'll take a minute
seconds.
out due to the introduction. 5 minutes of our time just to tell us the team that you were supporting got their asses kicked.
I guess in a funny way, yeah.
No, not in a funny way. That's what you're saying, is they got their asses kicked. And you didn't want... It sucks that you saw that. You wanted the team that you wanted to win. Yeah,
I guess
okay,
that's fair.
Cool. So this is why on stream I get fucking mad, because I know you're being gay, because I'm already trying to skip, because there was 3 steps to this, right? Uh-huh. I'm trying to skip step 1 and 2 and go straight to 3. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about for real? Uh-huh. I've known you since you were 4.
Right.
You've done this shit since you were in your mom's fucking womb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I don't care about step 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to know the bottom point here.
Yeah, what's the moral of the story here?
Yeah, that's all I care about. And Bert is just going to... First, I think what you try to do is you try to flex like you're this big badass about something.
Okay.
Like, look at me. I'm this big baseball guy.
I think I said the opposite, but...
You didn't say anything. You were like, I went and saw a baseball game, and you were really excited to talk about it. And then when we started talking about it, it completely fell apart. So you were like, I'm cool. I went to this baseball game. Oh, how was it? Miserable. Oh, why was it miserable? I wanted to see a lot of runs score.
Uh-huh.
It was just shitty playing. Oh, well, if there wasn't a lot of run scoring, then you got to see a pitcher pitch like a perfect game, right? No, score is 4-12.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so you beat the average MLB score by like times 300 then. So you saw a lot of run score. Yeah, but a lot of scores for the other team. Oh, so you went and saw a baseball game and your team lost. Gotcha. It's like when we went out to dinner with Tater and his wife.
Oh, God.
And they asked you how old your brother was. And you're like, yeah, he has special needs.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh, you were like, yeah, he has special needs, so I don't know what grade he's in.
Uh-huh.
And they're like,
huh?
I wasn't asking what grade is he in. I was asking how old is he? Well, you see, in order for me to remember somebody's grade or their age, I just know what grade they're in.
And then you
add
5.
I add 7 or 5, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, and she's like, yeah, but isn't it harder to remember their grade and then add 5 to it rather than just know their age? And Bert's like, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, that's just not how the cookie crumbles. But
so, I mean, I think it is how the cookie crumbles, because you remember really stupid shit about people. Like, we'll be passing somebody, and I'll be like, hey. And then, like, 8 years later, I'll be like, you remember that guy I saw at the mall and I said hey to? And you're like, yeah, he was wearing green shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, that's who we're hanging out with tonight. Cool, I like him.
Perfect. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. What do you mean he's cool? You didn't even talk to him? Yeah, he just seemed cool.
Yeah, I could just tell.
Okay, but... Yeah, and so that's where a lot of this starts, is the audience is trying to work through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, being patient with you, where I know exactly where it's fucking going.
Mm-hmm. You're like, no, we can boil this down.
No, we can boil this down right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna usually he tries to do some flex.
Uh-huh.
Like, I go to the gym now, or I travel a lot now,
or sprinkle that one
I fly a lot. Or I'm a big baseball player now because I went and saw one game, or I played tennis in 4th grade, so I'm really good at it now. So he tries the flex. This is the breakdown of Bert. He usually comes off strong.
Uh-huh.
And he has things he's really good at. And he has things he should be confident in. And he has a lot of things he should be proud about. But he never talks about those things.
No,
he only talks about the one basketball he made from half court when he was in 6th grade, and now he's Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when you ask him one question, since he's so weak, it's literally the straw that breaks the camel's back, and everything starts tumbling down. And while it's tumbling down, this is when Stubborn Bert comes into play, because he says this is the one male trait he has, is to be a stubborn son of a bench and not give up on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So then Stubborn Bert comes in, and then with me in particular, Pissy Pants Bert comes in, where he starts getting mad at you for talking and engaging in the conversation that Bert himself brought up,
started, encouraged.
Yep, and is continuing. And then at the end, it's usually he is in agreement that he was a retard at the very beginning of it, and that he was wrong and he's an idiot, and he's not the guy to talk about in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
So he did this last week in our group chat with Tater on Instagram, where I sent in a Madden thing, and we can see the digression, Bert. You came off strong. Oh, that looks cool. This looks fun. This looks amazing. Physics has been bad. Ask one question, well, then it starts to shamble. Immediately. You don't even defend it a little bit. You just immediately start cracking.
Yeah.
And then I say another thing. Then you're getting pissy pants telling me to let it out, bud, or something like that.
Yeah, big fella.
Yeah, and then you just stop talking.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you're like, yeah, this game's gay.
Yeah.
So that's the steps of Bert. I think I'm going to write a book on that, honestly.
Probably. There's got to be other Berts out there, you know. Somebody else that it's useful for, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone's going to buy that book.
Yeah.
Can pay off the tax evasions that we have to pay because we didn't file taxes on TikTok 30 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. They'll get us someday.
So yeah. All right. So now that we established the Bert philosophy, I actually might write this down. This is gonna be the new "you have enough time" thing. So Bert's gonna get real pissy about that too. So, anyways, you were saying you went and saw a baseball game and you were mad because the team you were supporting lost really bad.
Yeah, it was pretty mid.
What part was mid? The fact that they lost, or the baseball game as a whole, or the experience, or what was mid?
I don't know. There were portions of it that were neat, but it wasn't the baseball game that made it neat, right? So it's like we had these weird outfield seats or whatever I don't know what the fuck you'd call them, the ones in the far back, and there was like a bar thing, but like the whole restaurant outside patio area was right next to the field. So I had my foot up on the thing where the dudes would jump up to try to catch a homer.
The fence?
I don't know, that back plate. It was pretty neat. Yeah, the back fence thing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It was like a concrete thing.
A wall?
So I don't think
of
concrete is
a wall.
Fences, but yeah, it was
fence
a wall.
or wall.
Yeah, on the
let's
funny back
focus
wall.
on one detail that's not that important. Step one.
Yeah. That portion of it was cool, but it's like, yeah, I could have just like went to Chili's and drank with the boys.
That sounds like a fucking Discord mod Reddit user touchgrass motherfucker. I could have just watched it at home. Why go to the mountains when I can just look at a picture?
Yeah.
It's like, I can just watch this movie when it comes
out
on Netflix type of mentality.
Yeah, it's possible that our view was also very like disorienting too, because I was looking like from the back of the field in.
Your team lost by like 3 times their score, so that really tends to drain the energy out. Even if you were listening to a game on a fucking radio, if its bases are loaded down to the bottom of the 9th, next score wins, it's going to be exciting no matter where you are at. So unless you were fucking watching it from a porta potty, then yeah, I think it was pretty not exciting game to watch due to how bad they did. So why'd you buy a hat from them?
Oh, because it looks fucking cool.
Okay.
It has, I mean, it doesn't have a name or anything. Did you see it? Yeah, it's just like a logo.
Just a logo.
Yeah. I was gonna
a lot of hats have
but yeah,
logos on them. You mean the team's logo?
Yeah, just as the team logo. It's not like words or anything, so it doesn't like have to be for the team, but it is. I just thought it looked cool.
There we go. That if you started off most of your conversations with just being super basic like that, we would be a lot happier.
I know. I've been trying to do it in my texts. I don't really do it with you because it's just so easy to get myself in trouble. But with like my boss or whatever, I won't give him the whole story unless he asks for it. So I'll just be like, yep. Thumb up, like, I'm good, boss. That's a terrible fucking example and not even what it is. I'm not going to incriminate myself. I've gotten better at not incriminating myself for stupid shit, if that makes sense.
I see.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know why that came up.
Anytime you can throw in your job, you always do, Bert.
Oh, that's probably it then, yeah.
Fuck.
So yeah, baseball's neat. I always thought it was a neat sport. Probably going to continue to go to games. It's not going to ruin my...
I would hope not.
Yeah, no. You're a baseball fella, right? You never really... Well, no, did you play baseball?
Yeah.
I know you coached
but played many years of baseball. Almost as many as I did with football.
Oh, that's the one where you shit your pants.
Yeah, so back in like episode 6, I talked about shitting my pants while playing baseball, so...
Yeah.
Are you just trying to make conversation right now and you forgot?
No, I'm thinking about it. I mean, I have to actively think about things.
Like most people.
You don't. You're like a little freak. You're like a boy genius or something.
The thinking's happening. I'm just articulating it correctly. It's not like there's just fucking static in people's brains and they're just not thinking of things.
That definitely does happen, but
no, you are thinking of something, but you are just zoning out with it.
Oh. Sometimes I do that with driving, and then I'm like, "Fuck, there's a car like right."
Yeah, you zone out while you're driving.
That shit's scary.
Yep.
Be thinking about the weather, and you're like, "Boy, I almost got in an accident the other day." That was bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you gonna just? Okay. Guess you didn't want to talk about it.
No. Have you been in any of those newer cars that have like the assisted driving?
No.
No. Do you know of many of them, or the different features that the newer cars have? Like, not necessarily just self-driving, right? But like the assisted stuff.
Am I aware of new features that are in new cars? Is that what you're asking?
Well, specifically the different driving ones. So it's like they have the lane assist where it auto detects if you start to veer out of your lane.
Okay, now you're making sense.
They have another. Yeah, they have an. Well, I guess I'll just list them. Have you? Fuck it, I don't give a shit. They have that, and then they have a braking one too, where you can like set the distance, and if you get so close to the vehicle.
Yeah, I drove a car like that when I was in Memphis. It was really fucking annoying. You're just driving, minding your own business. Nothing's happening. The next thing you know, the car's screaming at you, and it's fucking like stopping in the middle of the expressway.
They've got a new one too, which is cool. I think it's just it might be older, but they've got one where it detects when the light turns green, and it will like instantly give you a thing to start moving again.
That's really annoying. It's like the cars behind you that beat their horns.
It's just always chirping at you. You're like, listen, motherfucker. Chill.
Yeah. My mom's is also really bad with, like, the seatbelt, where the thing will not stop making noises if you don't have your seatbelt. And
oh, that's so fucking annoying.
And also, like, coming from a family like my grandpa who does not wear his seatbelt ever, so you're just driving around with it beeping, and he's, like, not even trying to put a seatbelt on. It's like 15 minutes of beeping, and he's not even thinking about it. And I'm like, how stupid can a man be? Like, this is like your brother falling asleep while watching memes kind of shit. You're just like, so, does this get annoying at all? Or, like...
So this doesn't piss you off.
What doesn't piss me off? Huh. Okay. We're doing that movie gaslighting thing where we just fucking beat the shit out of Thanos and flying away in a helicopter. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And they're like, what the fuck was what? What do you mean?
What do you
like,
mean? This is Gatorade.
Yeah. When the sun exploded.
No.
What about it?
Okay.
So I figured...
It's another Tuesday, huh?
We can talk about your car in a minute, but I realize your parents just didn't raise good children. So... I was going to go to the gym on Thursday, but me and your brother talked about going together to do our 1-rep max. I'm done with my bench press. I got to recalculate my max and then start over again. So I was like, can you go? And he's like, no, but I can Friday. And I'm like, awesome. So I plan on going with him on Friday. I wanted to go on Thursday. I'm like, no, me and him, we're going on Friday. Friday comes around and I say, what time did you want to go today? He then sends me a picture of his face at the gym.
Okay.
This isn't the first time this happened. There was another time where cousin, Casino, and him were talking about when we wanted to go to the gym. And me and Casino were just throwing out times. What about this time? No, I work. Can you do a little bit later? Yeah, I can. About this time? Sure, I can do that time. I'll see you then. And like we're going back and forth. And then your brother, like it's like 6 hours from now, and your brother's like, I'm leaving. I just got here.
Perfect. Great. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Were you going to tell anybody?
Yeah.
Or,
it's just like Bert landing in a different state.
Yep.
You going to tell anybody about this?
Nope.
Why would I do that? Because you've told me about it the past 99 times that it happened, and now one time you don't do it, and you act like that's the norm. You do it, your brother does it, and your mentally retarded brother does it. But he's got an excuse.
He's got an excuse.
Don't.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, you fuckers need to stop doing that. Hey, what time are you going to the gym today? Sends picture at gym.
Yeah. Cool beans.
Ah, okay.
Good stuff. Great.
It'd be different if I just
If
hit
it just
him
came
up.
out of the blue.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, did you want to go to the gym today? And he's like, I'm already here. Like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, but then you plan on it. And
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yep. I'm like, cool. So I went 1 rep by myself. That was fucking cool.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy.
I almost was mad about you today for not telling me you were traveling, but you communicated it pretty well that you were going to do that this weekend.
Earlier.
So I forgave you.
Yeah, because it was originally going to be Thursday, and then I let you know it was going to be Sunday, and you're like,
Oh, yeah, I gave you shit for that. I'm like, oh, yeah, when you literally said it, you're leaving tomorrow? Yeah, no, Sunday.
Yeah.
Cool. Nope.
Yep.
So,
Pretty
yeah.
neat.
Did a little bit better. It's also kind of, for how much you do travel, it's kind of standard quo now that you're going to be doing something like that. So
Yeah, I'm getting damn good at it, too.
Yeah.
Minus the part where I did, like, 3 U-turns today.
Minus the part where you literally fucking let your cousin miss a plane and get stranded in a ginormous city.
Yeah, that was pretty early on in the adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were just playing video games with your friend while I'm trying to fucking contact you, like, where do I go?
Yeah.
And you're like,
I've never had that
don't
happen
know.
before. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Now I could definitely,
Bert's like, so there's a man. You're going to call him. His name's Ed. Tell him Bert sent you, okay? He's going to show up in this yellow fucking taxi with a bunch of rust on it. You want to make sure you knock on it 3 times. Not 4, not 2 times, 3 times, or else he'll drive away, okay?
yeah.
Speaking of shitty cars.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking scary. But those ones that have the auto braking when you get too close to cars, like I was just doing a cute, smooth little transition with somebody else in the car, obviously, is when the thing decides to act up. It just fucking slams right on the brakes. It was fucking like jarring. It was like e-brake type shit. Fucking A. It's another person that I've scared to death.
So that was your story that you were in a car and it just hit the brakes hard?
Yeah, I don't know. I just get anxious with other people in the car. Like, I drive like a cock normally, right? But then I feel like
I
drive
do.
like a normal
I
person.
confidently say, I don't like to say like all or nothing things, but I do confidently believe you are the worst driver I've ever been with, like rode with.
Yeah.
Like I say that in all confidency, like you're bad.
I'm very
Bad.
I'm very confident in my own abilities. Just
I'm not.
but it's it's like now I'm kind of starting to get a little cocky with stuff, but
No, you were like that the entire time, thinking you were.
Yeah,
once you were at the beginning of the philosophy of Bert, where you thought you were hot shit. You've always been cocky.
yeah. Now I kind of know how to do it to like back it up, but
Not really.
okay. Well, what evidence do you have?
I know you.
This is a
well.
recent thing.
I also, well, it depends what you mean by competence and backing what up. Like, are you able to fucking like e-brake into a parallel park spot? Like, what do you mean competence?
No,
Driving
No,
in
I
between the
just-
lines, like,
yeah, just like driving in traffic and stuff. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So like stuff that you should be able to
No,
do if you have a driver's license.
yeah.
What do you
It's
mean
just
by
like,
confidence?
No,
You sound like
I'll
a
call my-
15-year-old that just got their permit. I'm like, I'm confident to drive on my own now. Cool.
Yeah,
10 years
well,
later.
well, it's in questioning my ability. So I'm confident in my ability, but other people aren't. You know. It's like,
Oh,
I'll
no,
get
it's
to
not
destination A to B.
confidence. It's just you're a bad driver. A bad driver can get you from one step to the other.
But normally there's interruptions or some fuckery in between, right? What's the diff?
What's the diff? I mean, you can have a nice smooth drive from one spot to
Oh,
the
yeah.
other.
Yeah, I'm not
or
that.
you
Okay.
can have a drive where you're constantly jerking back into the fucking road or running over the rumble strips or getting too close to the car in front of you and it's slamming on brakes or turning in to go to Chili's literally in the Planet Fitness fucking turn in and then just driving through parking lots straight, not being able to see the fucking cars that are coming and you could literally get T-boned in a fucking parking lot. Not knowing that if you didn't know that you could literally turn the heat and cold temperature guide to the
was
middle,
bad.
then how am I supposed to trust you to fucking drive safely from one spot to the next? What are
I
you
still do
talking
the same
about?
shit too.
Exactly. So that is my evidence that I have. When I say I know you, when you ask me what is your proof, how do you know, that's you being a stubborn guy, and you giggling right now, that's the real Bert right there. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking fag. I get it. Yeah. But then you're like, no. What evidence do you have present in order to back up your claim here? You gonna keep talking like a cunt, Bert, or what are you doing right now?
Yeah, it was like.
Well, you see, you have not been around me while I've been driving, so you do. And then as soon as I start talking, you're like, yeah, you're right. No, true. For real.
Once you broke it down. For some reason, in my mind, the way that I outline things are much more black and white versus gray. Like, a bad driver would be getting in accidents, getting tickets and stuff. But yours are just, like, not good. So it's like there's good, not good, and then bad.
Yeah, that's you jumping to conclusions and assuming and judging.
Well, no,
and
it's just
stereotypes. You're a traditional white, gay American male.
Yeah. Yeah. It's how I don't know, I always classify stuff kind of like that.
Classify it like what?
I just forget about a lot of the middle ground.
Yeah.
And
that's fine, but it's when you start trying to make the other person feel stupid. So now we have to defend ourselves. We're not just having a normal conversation. It's like, well, you called me a cunt, so now, now I got to really... You call my mom gay, so, now it's personal. So now it's my goal to make you look like a fucking retard like you just called me.
Mm-hmm.
So... Yeah. So your story was it braked a little too hard when someone was in the car with you?
Yeah, when I didn't want it to. I tried tripping the brake earlier, like when I first got the car, and it didn't happen. But then it happened at the worst moment. Yeah. So that's cool. No, I guess, I don't know. I was just thinking maybe I'd lean into more of asking you your preference on that kind of stuff. Are you like a high-tech guy or a low-tech guy? Are you like a combining with your manual stick shift kind of guy? Or are you like a just... fucking you want to think about it as little as possible. Like your Prius, right? Are you looking at the packages that I got lane assist, or
I don't care. About
you don't see that. I feel like you're more of a I don't give a fuck point A point B.
My big
style,
thing is like,
obviously.
does it have a radio that I can hook my phone up to, so I have Bluetooth through my radio and can call people through my speakers? Like,
yeah,
that's pretty much, which is very standard in vehicles now. And if it's not in the vehicle you can replace it pretty easily. Get a new one. So no, I'm at the point where I'm ready for a new vehicle, but the finances are not quite where they need to be for that to be a priority. So I'm being cautious on it, but yeah, I'm a pretty simple person. Does it look cool? Like something that I like? It doesn't have to be a sports car or a fancy car or anything. Like, I like how my car looks. I think it looks fine. I think my car reflects my personality pretty well, as long as it has those couple of things in there and has low mileage on it, doesn't have a lot of mechanical issues. I'm pretty okay with it. So, I don't know.
Okay.
It goes into that. I guess the big thing is the color of the car. I don't want a black car. I don't want a white car. I don't want a silver car, gray car. I want one that has some kind of spunk to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did you see our uncle just got a new vehicle?
Nope.
Yeah, he got like a brand new... Well, I don't think it's brand new. He got like a new Corvette. And it's like fucking blaze orange.
That's
like
dope. No, I didn't know he got one. I was going to ask you which uncle, but that narrows it down pretty good.
Yep. He used to have one that was like black. Then he sold it. Guess he's been grinding the Sino some more.
I suppose.
Fucking A.
Yeah. That's the one that cheats on his wife really bad, right? Or we're assuming it happens. I saw something on the Kelsey podcast where they said something about a Saturday Night Live skit. They said, I watched so-and-so make love to my wife, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Okay. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So so-and-so, is that just...
He's just like a man's man. Like a it-yourself kind of boy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, the legend of so-and-so carried these 2 barrels of beer over his shoulder and slammed them down and said, "Drinks on me."
Okay.
So-and-so once made love to my wife, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That probably makes your brain tingle a little bit, right? 'Cause you're such
Well,
a fan of that stuff.
Well, it reminds me on iFunny, I saw this thing where it said the husbands, and it showed these guys at a baseball game with a sign saying, "Don't tell our wives that we're here, LOL."
Uh-huh.
And then the next picture, it said their wives, and it showed 2 girls being hugged by Johnny Sins.
Okay.
And they have, like, smeared makeup and everything, and...
Uh-huh. You know.
Yeah. And
something has gone down. Something is in it.
Yeah. And everyone was in the comments were saying cuck. And I'm like, ain't a cuck just watching your significant other having things done to them?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so but they're at the baseball game.
Yeah, they're not watching that unless they got the nanny cam up.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a priority unless unless the enemy team is winning.
Yeah.
Then maybe they might pull it out.
I'm not really sure where that came from. Yeah. And of course people are like, well, of course you turn a fucking simple ass meme into porn or something like that.
Uh-huh.
People, I think we talked about this. People in iFunny hate porn. It's weird.
So funny.
Everybody in the comments, like, that is the only time there is any kind of, like, civil conversations on iFunny is about the dangers of porn.
It's so funny.
Like, they're all... You don't want to hear what they have to say about people that are a different race than them, or a different gender than them, or a different sexuality than them. But as soon as you talk about porn, they're like, yo, that shit's fucked up.
I love that too. I feel like everybody who has strong opinions like that has a
weak side.
One,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just weird. Like, it's like the fucking kids that grew up on the internet are just now seeing the dark sides of addiction, I guess. And I can promise, like, the people that are saying that are ones that struggled with it and either are continuing to struggle with it or are not doing it anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like these old ladies that are like, oh, you shouldn't be watching that. It torments the soul, like, kind of shit. Like, it's not like that. It's literally people that are going through it right now. So, and it's just like the overwhelming thing where I'm like, it's not like this thing that, like, when you watch it once, you're just fucking hooked on it the rest of your life. Guys, can we quit acting like... It's like Medusa's head where you look at it and you turn into stone and it just has permanent impacts. Like, some of the shit they say that's, like, blasphemous or offensive or racist or sexist, bigot, homophobic, and then they're like, no, porn, you don't fuck around with that shit. Stay away from it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's such a big community of it, too.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, it's, like, every comment. Like, now, like, when people are like, sauce? Everyone's like, get help, brother.
Spammed with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where before, it was like sauce, and then immediately someone's telling you the exact frame.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah. No, and I mean, it definitely is a problem. I'll never forget when I was showing my buddy that one girl's ass, and he's like, is that so-and-so? And then it zooms up to her face. Yep, it's her. He was able to tell what porn star it was just by looking at her ass.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's insane. And we're not talking about like a ass that has like an iconic tattoo on it or something like that. Like, we're just like 2 butt cheeks.
Yep.
So he's probably the one going around in iFunny comments saying the dangers of it and things like that.
Yeah. Not Gertrude or nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the point. I remember there was one where it was some girl like on a podcast, and I think it was the Burton Burger podcast.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it.
And, yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah.
And she was talking, and somebody said, I knew that it was her right away by her voice. And people were trying to roast him for that. And they were like, well, to be fair, she does have a very unique, like, smoker's raspy voice. It's not.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She sounds like Robert Kennedy or whatever his name is.
Oh, my God. Okay.
If you haven't heard him talk, you gotta listen to that fucker talk.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It's bad. He talks like this the entire time. Like, he talks like those people that have holes in their throat.
Yeah. Okay.
So
somebody picked up on that, and they're like, oh, that's so-and-so.
Well, and yeah, they're like, I could tell
You
it was
got
her.
shit for it.
Yeah, and people...
Voice is crazy, though. You can... What the hell?
Yeah, well, and like I said, it was...
That's not bad.
It's not like the one porn star that has the fucking Chinese lettering down her spine or something like that, but, yeah, Bert says the fucking phrase and the type of ink and the style it's in, yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten to the point where I looked up what it means.
Her height, her weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember I was on Twitter, and threads are becoming a big thing on Twitter. They're like, a thread on, and then they just post a bunch of posts on it.
Yeah.
And it was this guy, like, bitching about porn again. And I honestly think I'd rather see porn than watch people bitch about it. And I don't like... I've told you many times, I don't like to just have boobies pop up. We both talked about that. There's a time and there's a place for boobies.
Right.
While I'm scrolling through iFunny at church
at
is not the time. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my bad.
So, but listen to people bitch about it. I'm like, holy fuck, it's some Gertrude shit. And he's just talking about all of, and it's just threads of these girls talking about how terrible the industry is and how they had all of these things done to them that they didn't want done to them and all of this shit. And I want to preface by saying nobody deserves that, even if you know what you're getting yourself into, right? That's never fair. But at the same time, I'm like, are you surprised? Like,
yeah.
Did you think it was going to be like a fucking, like a nun school where they treat you with love and care and respect? Like,
yeah, you don't walk into a bank and have that happen. You,
yeah.
Or somehow you've step 8, just like earlier. How do we get to step 3 here?
Yeah. I'm looking at the final steps while Bert's like listening to all of these things, and at the end, when he finally gets his answer, he just sees me standing there. I'm like, about time he got here, right? Like, but again, I'm not saying people deserve that kind of shit, even if they know what they're getting into. But for them to turn it around and act like. And again, I'm not talking about people getting like assaulted and shit like that. I'm talking about like an industry that like doesn't pay their people or pisses on them and things like that. Like literally pisses on them. And I'm like, I don't really know. Like, if there's no legal repercussions you can do to it.
Yeah.
Then,
and if there was, then that would show even more.
Yeah. Like if there is a legal thing you can do, then go seek justice. Go seek action for your wrongdoing. But most of it is just, these people treat me like a piece of meat. And I'm like, honey, that's kind of what you're getting paid to be.
That's the sport, unfortunately.
That's just, it's like going to the NFL and then bitching about getting a concussion. Like, how dare they? They expect me to knock my head against other guys or slob on these cocks or things like that. Like, and they were like, the girls were like starting to cry and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, I want to feel bad for you. I really do. And you don't deserve to have illegal things done to you. Nobody does. But these things are like people just looking at you as some hole the fuck. Well, I mean, I don't know. When I go to the bank, I look at the guy as a person to cash my check, and that's about it. I don't really want nothing else from him. So
yeah.
Don't want to be friends. I don't want to talk about the fucking weather or how his day's going. I just want to cash my check. Have a good day. Bye. So
and we both go home.
Yeah, making me feel bad for people that are wiping their tears with millions of dollars isn't really making me feel too bad for them. Come on the $1 million or not, but
Fucking A.
Yeah. So now it's just getting like stupid now. It's just like, come on. What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I still love like how on Twitter though, like you can look at a very innocent post and then you're like, I wonder what the comments say. It's just porn.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's at least the popularity of it has skyrocketed somewhat recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You just see fucking Drake playing with his pee.
Yeah, and a sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be something like on how Bluey is the most watched cartoon in America now, a thread, and just people playing with their cocks in the comments.
Yeah. It's like, Bluey's cool, but check out my... Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
No, there's not even a warning. It's just like, here are the top 10 TV shows in America, and then it's just fucking...
Everything... Yeah, from what I've seen, it's like, damn, you think that's cool? Check this out.
Yeah,
it's
look
like,
at my pee-pee.
All right. Yeah, it's like, hold on. There's a jump here, and we need to go back.
I need to stop falling for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I like how, dude, some people they're uploading like a whole fucking thing to Twitter. It's like 2-hour plus shit. I don't know how they're doing that. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but...
Mm-hmm. Twitter... Oh, they switched something. They switched your likes. You can't see what people like now.
They said that, but you still see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still the little hearts.
No, like, you can't...
Those aren't
no,
likes.
you can't go to someone's profile and see what they liked.
You used to be able to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. So, like, right now, Coach Wade just came up. I clicked on his profile. And, it's just post replies media. You used to be able to do likes, and then you click on that and you see all of their liked stuff.
Huh. Interesting.
Now they got rid of it to where you can no longer see that.
Dude, you know what? I feel like a part of that might be that same sort of, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. There's a destination I'd like to get to, so I'm just going to fucking step 3 this one. So, Steam has currently allowed you, when you purchase a game, to put it instantly into a private folder, so nobody knows you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are an unbelievable amount of porn games on Steam. And I'm assuming it was some sort of, not protest, but some sort of action by that community to not get looked at weird, to be like, hey, Sue, why do you have, Cock Explosion Foo Fighter Edition on your Steam library? What the fuck is this? But now you can do all that shit in private. It's like, oh, Lord. That's kind of crazy, dude. I know there's a couple games that they've said are pretty fun, so, might have to check them out sometime. But
the PP games?
Neat. Yeah. Some of them are good, supposedly.
What do you mean by good?
Well, I don't know. I've been told, they're popular. Use that word.
Okay.
So yeah, that's currently an option. That's just been kind of...
for it.
It's weird, because, like, I also... You know what, I'm just going to say it. Fuck it, I don't care. Do I care? Let's just say, I'm not going to name names, but there may be people on my friends list on Steam whose profiles used to be private, and this update came out, and their profiles are no longer private. So it's very possible that is incriminating. That's incriminating evidence.
I'm confused. So were
now,
they private because they were playing porn, but now that they can hide it, they're no longer private? Yeah, when you
private your account, you can't see your games library or anything. So then when you make it public again, they're just going to see the Path of Exile, Dota, Assassin's Creed.
Because the other ones are in private.
Exactly.
I
see.
See.
So you have like a private playlist and a public playlist. So it was just a little fishy.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because I've noticed there were some people who've had public accounts forever, and then they were just kind of private for a couple months, and then they're public again. After I noticed the update, I'm like, this is fishy. I'm not going to say anything, but just know I've noticed. So.
Just know I've noticed that you're public.
Yeah. Just let it be known that
Why are you public now?
Yep. I don't know. So just in my mind, they don't need to say it. I don't need to confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100% confirmed in my mind that it is something, they've taken advantage of that system. So
smart.
So now it's my turn, I guess. I don't know. Fucking.
You're going to do the opposite.
Yeah, I'm just going to have it right. How fucking big dick is that, right? Just fucking have it wide out in the open. Mm-hmm. That's kind of funny. Or retarded, I guess. I don't know.
Well, It's like when you were live streaming, you scrolling through boobies and stuff like that when your friend was watching.
Uh-huh.
He's like watching you like zoom in on their cocks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's an extra funny jump we could technically do here. No, that's embarrassing.
Cool.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not relevant to you anyway.
Okay. Thanks for bringing it up on a podcast.
No problem.
So yeah, let's talk about something that is good to bring up on the podcast, which is the fan favorite guessing game that Bert and I have been doing. So basically what this system is one of us goes to watch data on YouTube and we find a really interesting list and we compile the top answers or top stories and see how much the other person can guess if guessing is applicable to that story. So I did last week, so that means Mr. Bert-a-roni and Cheese has this week. Bert, what have we got for today's?
Righty, so we're going to be mixing it up a little bit today. Okay. Kind of. Not really.
This
is going to be like I'm going to go step by step, and then you're going to guess as we go kind of a thing.
Okay.
But it makes sense. I went through it, and it makes sense.
I'm ready.
All right, so this week, you're going to be guessing how much a person can bench at each age.
Okay.
Going in increments of 10. So starting from 0, we're going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 100.
Okay.
The way this is kind of laid out on Watch Data is it's kind of trying to highlight A, the age, B, the bench weight, and C, something that is associated at that weight. So it's like, holy shit, when you're 13, you're able to lift a goat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like an average goat is like however many fucking pounds. So
okay.
We're not going to guess those extra things. That's going to be on my side. But starting at 0, this is a freebie. It's 0. Surprise.
So somebody that's 0 years old cannot bench anything?
Yeah, supposedly it's 0 pounds.
No, that's
because they're still developing motor skills and all this cringe shit. It's probably like realistically like
a pound, but
maybe a pound. Yeah, I could see a pound.
Watch Data's fake. Cool. This segment's now over. Darn.
Oh darn shit. Oof.
Darn. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, a baby can lift its head up, or its hands up. So, theoretically, it can. It's not like it doesn't have the neck strength, right? That's why you have to, cradle their heads, because they don't have the neck strength to keep their head up.
Yeah.
So
but they can move their arms. And
they can move their arms, so theoretically, they could have something that weighs, really light.
A gram.
Yeah, and then that's, their bench, so...
Uh-huh. Maybe, 500 grams. Who knows?
Maybe they're not trying to nickel and dime it. Maybe they want some kind of poundage to it, and if it's, under a certain number, then that's we're just not going to include it here.
Probably. So jumping from 0 to 10, what is your guess? How much weight can a 10-year-old bench press?
A 10-year-old? 50 pounds.
Pretty close. We've got 33 pounds.
Okay.
Which is approximately the same as a full suitcase.
Okay.
How much can a 20-year-old bench press?
The average 20-year-old can probably bench press, this really depends on their weight, of course.
Yeah. The way some of this is determined, I'm very curious, but supposedly, what did he say here? Something about it being determined by a large collie or a large committee or something. Okay, cool.
Well, I want to say 150 pounds, but if you're 120 pounds, 150 pounds is a lot. So factoring that in, maybe the average 20-year-old should be able to do 115 pounds.
Alrighty, according to Watch Data, a 20-year-old should be able to bench press 206 pounds.
Wow.
That's approximately the weight of one full female gorilla.
A female gorilla only weighs 200 pounds?
I guess so.
Wow, okay.
Gorillas are pretty big, too.
I thought they were massive.
Maybe female gorillas are small or something.
I
don't think so.
I don't think they're that small. Fuck, I weigh more than a gorilla. I thought gorillas were 500, 600 pounds or something.
Oh, fuck. No, I think they're... Well, because they're pretty short, though, I think.
Doesn't fucking matter. So are hippos. Hippos are short as shit.
True.
Yeah, 150 to 200 pounds.
Yeah, female gorilla.
Damn, that is significantly lighter than the males.
So that means, in theory, you could throw around a female gorilla. Determine.
It's not in theory. I can.
In theory, I mean, you could probably box a female gorilla.
I feel like 200 pounds. Okay, so
That's a lot.
So maybe what they're doing is I'm doing the realistic answers.
Yeah.
Where this one's saying, like, oh, the average human should be able to do this. Like, drink this much water in a day and eat these many veggies in a day. Like, that kind of thing. Like, they're doing, like, the over the top. Like, you know how the ungodly amount of protein they want you to eat each day? Right?
It's fucking dumb.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's one of those things.
I could see it.
Do you see what I'm saying? Where they're just doing the really above thing.
I think having that mentality would be a good going forward.
Yeah, so saying what the average human should be able to do is a lot different than what the average human can do. They'll say something like, you should be able to run a mile in 6 minutes. That's if you eat out, if you eat good every single day, you drink your water, you get the amount of sleep, you get your vitamins in, you go to the gym as much as you should. 6-minute mile, every human should be able to do that.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like that's the mindset they have here.
Yeah, I think
versus because I know a lot of people like their benches are not even over 200 pounds. A lot of people.
I'm only at like 110 too.
Yeah,
or something like
so
that. Like I am almost half.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Your brother's not even at 200, and he was going to the gym 6 times a week.
Yeah.
Like 200, 225, those are like milestones. Like people wanting to hit 225 is such a huge milestone for so many people. And the fact that this thing's saying... Oh,
it's like a percentile thing.
Yeah, the average 20-year-old is just about like less than 20 pounds away than what everyone aims to get.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, how much do you think a 30-year-old has the capabilities to bench?
225.
224 and a half. Pretty good.
Darn right.
That is the same as a refrigerator.
Cool.
Kind of another weird one. Something else I wanted to point out. This feller, I don't know if this has any AI going on in the background, but some of the shit is very silly. Refrigerator is unfathomably broad.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking insane.
Well, they did that too for some of my stuff, where it'd be like cycling, and then it would go into very specific types of cycling. So
yeah, you'd almost think there's some assistance here that's kind of like not as human-y sounding. I don't know. There's some shit that I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, they'll do that too. It's like, why did you bring that one up? Like, they're like, for the calorie one, it said this is how many calories you burn, and then they showed like 3 different exercises that burn that, and it's like the most random exercises. It's like I think there were easier things to compare it to. So like a refrigerator, okay, that's
neat.
That's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, what if it's a mini fridge or normal fridge or heavy fridge, double door?
Does it have a freezer in it? Yeah, like yeah.
Is it metal?
Okay.
Vinyl.
What's the next one?
But yeah, all right. For a 40-year-old, how much should they be able to bench?
I'm gonna say it's gonna go up a little bit more, but it's gonna start to decline. So I'm gonna say like 240.
No. 213 pounds.
Oh, so they're already declining.
They're already declining. Yeah.
Okay.
It says, yeah, beyond this point, muscle mass starts to naturally decrease.
Okay.
And also, fun fact, 213 pounds is also equivalent to 1 female reindeer. Cool.
Cool. Good. That puts it into perspective.
Yeah, just those of you.
I see female reindeers all the fucking time.
Fucking A, I thought they were mythical creatures. Good to know.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Are they going to tell you fucking the next one's like Santa Claus wait in 3rd month of the year? And the
Santa
Easter
Claus
Bunny?
with a full sleigh of presents.
The Tooth Fairy after a busy night.
A bag full of teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. How much should a 50-year-old be able to bench?
190.
That's pretty good. 193.6 pounds. Don't know why we're starting to get into 10th places, but
Cool.
that's cool. So, supposedly, inactive adults can lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade.
Not me.
Nope.
Ain't ever losing that bench.
Hell no.
She ain't going nowhere.
So, also, 193.6 pounds is the same as a tree stump.
A tree stump weighs 190 pounds?
Supposedly, yep, 193. Yep. Cool. Don't know how he got that one still, but that's fine. Don't matter. Moving on. For a 60-year-old, how much should a 60-year-old be able to bench?
135.
Oh, we got 162.8.
Okay.
Exercising at this age reduces risk of heart disease and diabetes. And 162.8 pounds is approximately the same weight as a massage chair.
I don't even know what that means. Yeah. Because if it's the one in the fucking malls, those are not... If it's a thing that I lay on at PF, that's not 160 pounds or whatever it was.
No.
Wow.
No. Cool. I'm just looking down the list of some of the other ones. This is so stupid. All right. So, how much should a 70-year-old be able to bench?
70.
Yep, 70 years
Boy,
old.
fuck.
Your last guess was 162, by the way. I mean,
No.
the last answer was 162.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a 70-year-old. Fuck, dude. It's gotta drop drastically at some point.
Theoretically.
I'm gonna go for 135 again.
Okay. It's 132 pounds,
Okay.
which is approximately the same as a full drum kit.
That is more interesting than the fucking list.
I know. That's why I started to include them. I was just doing the pounds. I'm like, this is kind of like a little on the weird side. Got to spice this shit up. For how much should an 80-year-old be able to bench press?
100 pounds.
99 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
They're dropping like 30 pounds every time now, Bert. 190, 160, 130, 100.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 99 pounds. About the same weight as a punching bag. It's a little bit more in the realm of not crazy. How much should a 90-year-old be able to bench?
68 pounds.
Nope. 85
Fuck these
and a half
idiots.
pounds.
Fuck these idiots.
Yep. And 85 and a half pounds is approximately the same weight as an otter. I don't know how the fuck that's possible.
That's cute. Yeah.
85 pounds? Dude, an otter's like the size of a cat, I thought.
No, they're quite a bit bigger. That's a pretty tiny otter.
Maybe I've just seen little baby ones at the zoo. That's scary, though.
You
I
didn't
always
see
thought
the
otters were
moms
cute
with the babies
naturally.
or anything? I mean, otters aren't huge, but
85, that's like a fucking dog.
it depends on the dog. My dog's not 85 pounds.
Yeah. What is something that's 85 pounds?
10
10 less in the punching bag. I mean, fuck.
I would say a bag of chicken feed is like 50 pounds. So imagine a little bit more weight to those.
85. That's an insane.
You
can barely pick that up.
A bag of chicken feed is around 45, 50 pounds somewhere.
What the fuck? Size of otters. This one says 10 to 33 pounds. Adult river otters. What am I thinking about? Big ol' otter weight. Big ol' otters. Weight.
Sounds like a restaurant in Mississippi.
Giant otters. Oh no, these cocksuckers are large. Maybe this guy is from another country. Oh my god. They're a predator species? reaching up to 5'11".
Well, it depends on it. So a river otter looks pretty small. Sea otters look pretty big. Asian otters kind of in the middle.
Physical. Well, now this one's, okay, 57 to 71 pounds. I'll take it. What the hell? Otters are scary. I don't know why that one kind of blew me away. Once I said that out loud, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. 80-something? Come on now. Whatever. Fuck the damn otters. How much should a 100-year-old be able to bench?
I don't know, fucking 100 years old. Okay, I'm not thinking about. They probably think they should be able to run an 8-minute mile too. 50 pounds.
41.8 pounds. Not bad. 41.8 pounds, approximately the same as 2 watermelons. Not bad.
I don't think
That's one
so.
watermelon in each hand.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think watermelons are 20 pounds.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You are the watermelon guy.
That's what I'm saying. I would say they're about...
What, 10, 15?
10, yeah, literally 10 to 15.
But this is over 20, technically. It's almost 42 pounds, about 21 pounds per.
So
Maybe
when
you
my
said
grandma
big
hits
old
100 years
watermelons.
old, I won't have her carry the watermelon in.
Well, she can only carry 2. That's it.
Yeah, that's like their max, too, so probably shouldn't risk it by carrying in your max bench press.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. For 110 years old.
How much
I'm
further
kidding.
does it go?
I'm kidding.
I was going to say, damn.
Oh, it stops at 100. How far would you have let me got? 130 years old.
Yeah. Dead. Back to an
It's like a 0. Cool.
It just reverses.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly 10 years old is the lowest your bench press will ever be until you die. It's good to know.
Well, that wasn't too bad of a list, Birdie, and you ended up turning it around, so I appreciate it.
Tried my best.
Made it appropriate for the BnB podcast, since that's all we do is bench here. But speaking of the BnB podcast, that is all the time that we got for you on episode 231. We thank you so much for tuning in and listening to your cuzzies this week. Thank you for stopping on by. Remember, we're just trying to bring a little bit of the comedy element to the podcast world. Lol, JK, everybody brings the comedy element. We're trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world. So, remember, at the end of the day, it's just comedy, so calm the fuck down.
Yeah. What the fuck did you click on this for? To get angry?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get glad, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, laugh with your cuzzies. And remember, if you guys have not rated the podcast on Spotify, make sure you give it 5 stars because it does help the podcast grow. So we appreciate you tapping those 5 stars. Don't tap anything else. We can't afford bad reviews at this point in time. So, yeah, your little hee-hee ha-ha jokes, not funny anymore. So,
Quit.
yeah, knock it off.
Fucking.
God damn it. Please and thanks. Well, all right. We'll see all of you lovely, gorgeous, and beautiful people in the next podcast episode, everybody. Take care. Gooby.
Goobs.
It's like when you were live streaming, you scrolling through boobies and stuff like that when your friend was watching.
Uh-huh.
He's like watching you like zoom in on their cocks and shit.
Yeah.